Hello everyone. Uh, I'm posting this today to demonstrate my experience with the game, namely that this game is easy with Mercenary or Warrior. If I were to compare it to Elden Ring, I would say it's overall a 1 and occasionally spikes to a 2 when facing a boss in terms of difficulty. This is my second time going through this part, though I was and still am playing as a mercenary on a separate character. I did lose the recording of me going through the mud flats. I fought the boss with this gear and didn't level up after the fight. I did level up beforehand and though, and I got all the hidden chests. So I will post a video of me going through it again if people are interested. But I can easily demonstrate in a harder area like the forest. I would just remove the skill gem that I got for completing the quest. The skill gem and the well, no, I think it's skill gem, the support gem. I did not die against the boss or the frost witch in the forest area, and I will show me killing her again. So just running through this. See right here, just starting out, zooming in so you guys can like see my character. It looks really good. I really like the look at the warrior. I actually really enjoy playing it as a warrior. I was going to play mercenary. I was playing mercenary. I thought that was like pretty good, but like warrior
The
felt
miller went
amazing.
off to warn Clearfell about a strange sickness plaguing our men. I was fixing to go after him, till that bloody thing got to me first. Now, all those who drowned in the flooding, suddenly they ain't so dead no more. I would appreciate it if you could... reach Clearfell.
All
Find
right, so we got a undead horde coming to
Clearfell could be in
raid our
danger.
camp,
I'd best
and
hurry.
so we're just looking for entrance to there. In this area, I like to fully explore. It doesn't take me long, it takes around 18 minutes. And if you wish to see me do the other stuff for like upgrading and gearing up and stuff in the camp and the dialogue, you can continue to watch the other half of the video. Alright, as you can see here, like just I'm testing things out and just hitting and backing away. It's so fast. Like unlike the mercenary, you can just instantly move back at full speed after throwing an attack out, and you can also cancel into a roll, and you can cancel into other things. So like you're gonna see you also have a small AOE with your swing. So you're gonna see just like me just hit back, hit back, because there's no reason to stay in front and take a lot of damage, and you're gonna see me double kill there. Really nice. Always try to set up a double kill if you can. It's just efficient. So I'm just checking what I got, putting on things. I really like the way my character looked after all the gear I collected from here. It looked really cool. There we go. Just massacring zombies. And what you'll find is that the shield is incredibly overpowered, right? Like, well, I shouldn't say overpowered, but it's extremely strong. And the reason why is, as you see me here, is just you don't really take much stamina damage, and so you just get frame advantage, right? Like if you know any fighting games, what you'll find is that anytime you can get advantage over your opponent in terms of like you can attack before they can do anything, because they're like stuck in stun or something, or their own attack animation, it's like really strong. So you just get massive frame advantage with the shield, and it's really helpful for like approaching and like just defending and like just giving yourself time to think, and then just so you can like roll out potentially before you get surrounded or something like that. You're gonna see that actually in this clip later. It's just like really useful.
Now this might be just what I need.
So I'm just looking and just reading, you know. just because I don't play melee, and I haven't finished the first act, so I got as far as the hunting grounds, and that's where I stopped with the mercenary. So I'm just, having to acclimate myself to all the new stuff that I'm seeing, all the new skills and things like that. I find that people really don't read their shit. Like it's really weird. Even like people like Ziggy, or Zizarin, they don't read their skills, and it's really important because what you're gonna find is that Rolling Slam only does like 146 extra damage or like 125 extra damage or some shit like that. But once you get another skill later, which is called Bone Shatter, if you trigger the effect, you do like 256 extra damage AoE on the target and in AoE. So you're like one-shotting basically everything with that. Your entire goal becomes rolling slam first hit into, and you're gonna see me trying shit out later. And what you can actually do with this is actually really strong. The first hit is like really fucking strong. It's actually absurdly like powerful skill just for one hit, right? The second hit is like it has some utility. It can be useful to like finish off targets or like get that extra damage in to stun or whatever. But like really that first hit is you're gonna see as
What
I learn how
power?
to use this by trying things out and seeing what's possible, is actually the real power of the move. And so I disagree with Zizarin on like that this move is just bad later on because this move does 50% more stun buildup in a large AoE, and it has the option to like move and attack at the same time, so you can dodge and attack, right? Whereas if you try to do like single hits or you try to do other skills and you want to do extra damage, you would have to stand still, or you would have to like you would have to like give up something, right? Either your movement would give up, or you would have to force yourself to move in a way you don't want to move. Whereas in this, you can just move to the side and rolling slam. So you can, and the AOE is so
Come
large
ahead,
that you can like
Ergo!
angle it to where like you can actually hit like barely hit the target with the AOE and then like roll around them or like dodge or basically side strafe them. And it's really strong in melee range to do that. So you're seeing me just try things out, and I'm learning to cancel. Right? Just like how do I cancel information? The animation. You do it by like pushing the opposite direction or pushing another direction. I'm not sure about the initial before you finish the first swing, but after you hit the first swing, you can just hit another direction and cancel. You see me practice that. I'm thinking that it's tied also to your fucking mouse, but like it's not. And you see me moving, like how much can I move with this ability? Like where are my limits with this ability? Just learning the mechanics they allow me. It's so cool and satisfying to use too. Like just getting that initial, because like this does a mini stun on most packs, so you can rolling slam as an entry, like the first hit, and then you can cancel into like an auto attack, and then you can like fucking bone crusher like you see later, um, bone crusher the enemy, and then you would just blow them up, right? So I'll have to show in the second video, but like, cause I lost the footage of the me doing this in the campus ship. But like once I went through that, I was like, oh, this is all I should be doing. Like it's just trying like what like this is like how you set it up,
What's
right? Like
this?
rolling slam, auto attack for the mini stun, rolling slam for the mini stun, auto attack, followed up by
Certified
immediate
victory.
bone crusher, and it just destroys everything. Like it's so fast. It comes out so fast. You do so much damage in the like in single target and like AoE damage. It's actually wild. So I'm just reading the skills, like figuring out like where I want to go with this. Like do I want to like what is a good direction to start? I'm always gonna do damage, right? Because right there. But do I want to worry more about armor after? Does it send me in a good spot after if I skill into armor? Exactly which part of the tree line do I actually want to be on? Do I want to go up immediately into something, or do I want to keep going towards like damage, which is like lower, or should I try to get attack speed earlier and go for that line that like puts me near attack speed before I go to armor? Like I'm just thinking about and like figuring that out. With the mercenary, I just went damage until like I beat like I basically got to the crypt, and then I started going like pure defense. I started going to the attack speed, and then I transitioned to defense. And I'm going to go to. I only have like one defensive point, which is 20% extra on the armor and evasion, but I want to get the starting two because they give you essentially give you another glove or another helmet or boots in terms of armor. And I think they do evasion too. I think in total they do basically just the same thing for evasion. And then it gets amplified by the 20%. But yeah, so just reading this shit. I'm not liking the look for blocking, but the passive blocking can be really nice because it works with your abilities. So just one of the things that can happen is that yeah, you can get midi stunned as a warrior. Um, if you're using it to a large number of creatures and you're just like melee, like just YOLO, like I'm just drawing my rolling slam out. But that's not the purpose of rolling slam. Like rolling slam is like a really good stun build up tool, and it's a really good initiator. But it's not good on just like tanking through things and stuff like that because it just takes too long, and so and your damage output isn't particularly high, right? You might as well just auto attack at that point, and you're doing as much damage as the second rolling slam, pretty much. Except for you don't have to go through that initial phase where you're only doing 80% damage, right? And you can't get, you're almost certainly not getting stunned out of it because it comes out so fast, and you can cancel quickly into anything else, including just movement, and then just move back. So you're gonna see me as I start figure that out and like figure out like again where my limits are with these abilities and my auto attack. But I could show you in the next video just where I am now. Like it's like obvious that like it's obvious that you want to use all your skills. Like the uh, earthquake that you're gonna see me get later is really good for. It's just a utility skill. It's not a damage skill. It's not. It's I'm actually gonna put pin on it because I don't even care about the stun on it. Like it's not a damage skill. It's a utility skill. Once you're close into an enemy pack, it can be hard to get your combo going, and so just being able to just it comes out pretty quick. It's not as quick as the auto tech, but it comes out pretty damn quick, almost the same speed. And so just being able to place something on the ground to do damage, get some stun or a pin later, as I'm going to go for, and then to be able to back off with the movement speed slow on the enemy so that they can't like really catch up to you is like really powerful, right? Because it lets you set up for your rolling slam combo, right? To get the massive stun build up to get into that bone shadow, which would like destroy the pack, right? Like that's really what it's for. Um, it's really just control, and I see a lot of people use it for like damage. It just doesn't do much damage. It only does 125% extra damage or something like that, versus 256 for the bone shatter, right? So you're always looking to get bone shatter. And so you can fast forward through this part if you really don't want to see this, but I think it's interesting because like figuring out your path is like really important. Um, this game actually is like really XP hungry. You don't actually get as much XP per minute, and versus how much XP you need to level up, and unlike in PoE 1. So like it's really important to like make sure you're efficient with your pathing through the skill tree. Even in PoE 1, you just run out of skill points at some point. So like you really want to like optimize it to get as close to many things as possible that you want. So we're done here. Just auto attack. I'm like, all right, I could just like literally two-shot these guys now. Don't have to worry about it. A little more practice. Think I'm trying to practice like it's kind of weird to actually get the double hit off and move. I don't like how they did the targeting in this game where they still kept like the PoE 2, like PoE 1 targeting, where if you hover highlight an enemy, that's where you're gonna attack. Because there's a lot of cases where I don't want to attack the enemy directly. I want to like attack around them, and because the highlight, I end up moving towards them, like into them, and it like fucks up my like it caused me to take damage that I shouldn't be taking, and sometimes I got stunned when I shouldn't have. I didn't die the entire time I played. Like I didn't die to the witch, I didn't die to the corruption boss. I just destroyed them, except for a merc. But you know, maybe it's because I already played mercenaries, so I'm used to the game already to some degree, and I'm just adapting it to like this warrior. But like I didn't die at all. It actually was a little tough, but like I was like the same level as the area level, and I felt like I had a good grasp of like what I needed to do, even if I wasn't necessarily executing it as well as I should have. So I love fighting these things because as the mercenary, like you almost it takes like a quarter of your HP when it hits you, but as a warrior it doesn't. And then like you can see, just I can just tank these shots. Like not only can I take these shots with the shield, I can just like tank them just direct. Sometimes it gets blocked and I take no damage, and it's like it's super fucking strong. Like it's just the active component of it allowing you to guarantee, and then you can still get passive block just by holding it. It's incredibly strong. Right, and you see me. That's what I'm gonna be doing it later. Is like one hit on the rolling, auto attack into Bone Shatter. Unfortunately, I don't have Bone Shatter here, but like if I had it, I would just. That's what I would be doing. I'm really happy I took that skill. Just block with the shield. I didn't need to. I wanted to hit both, so I did that. But it's a little risky to do that because, like, again, I might miss because of highlighting, forcing me to path into the enemy anyway, and then I'll take damage potentially too. So, like, if I mistime it, so I'm just looking around. I'm looking for a little bit of a clear because it's a pretty small map, and I'm looking for that chest specifically because, like, I know there's a chest in either this level or the next one, and I'm not sure which one because the way it's shown on the map, it looks like on this level. So you're gonna see me looking for it. It's also just a good time to like practice. This is a really just a good area to practice because the enemies are super weak. They're easily stunned, mini stunned, and then you can get your movement down. You can get your timings down. You can get your combos down, and you're gonna really notice a difference when I show you like this video. It's like I'm so much better after going through the levels. All right, let's murder me boy. Oh, look. Come on, bro.
Brannock, is that
Uh,
you?
you actually get hit by that because but it doesn't do much damage. So, yeah. See, I'm just rocking 20, rocking a lot because the amount of energy shield because of the fine, but you know, it's whatever.
Stay back. Don't do this.
Just blocking the shield, dodge roll. There we go, got the heavy stun. I should have just auto attacked them, but like, you see me doing that. It's just like I'm making some mechanical mistakes because I'm used to playing the Merc, and the Merc you would definitely use like a flechette shot, or you use a like a or now I have the high velocity rounds. You would absolutely use high velocity rounds here and just like completely destroy such people if you stun like that. There we go. You see me just smashing through my boy. Look at this. Taking like bait. Did I even use a health pot? I'm not even sure I used a health pot. Like I only fought him once. I never died to him, so I only fought him once. And even as a completely different class with a completely different feel, it's like I am smashing through this game. It felt so much easier actually than playing as the mercenary. I didn't realize just how strong the warrior was. People are saying it's weak, it's slow, whatever it's strong, dude. It is fast. You just like it's only one ability that's actually slow. It's just that rolling thunder slam, and if you do the first hit, it's like pretty fucking fast. Yeah. Yeah, just looking in the map. Alright, got my items, checking them out. Really like my boots here, I think. Really like them. It's not as good as my other boots now that I got towards the later half of the Act 1 from Merc, but it's pretty good. I'm checking my energy shield. I get so much energy shield now. It's like a really big deal for your HP pool, especially because I can block attacks, right? So like, I'm guaranteed to block damage. I'm guaranteed to block at least some passively, and so and I have a lot of armor because the shield, right? Even if I don't have much armor from my clothing, I have a lot of armor from the shield plus the helmet I'm about to put on when I get into the city, and so it's pretty strong. Like I'm pretty damn survivable. And because you tend to take a little bit of chip damage as a as a warrior, just using your attacks, because sometimes you just like you're using it and it's like it's just optimal to like use it while you're getting hit, even if you're gonna get hit, because you're it's just gonna take energy shield and you're gonna recharge it almost like really quickly anyway. So you're gonna see, or sometimes it's like hard
Please
to
come
like if you're
inside.
not, especially if you're not used to it, like to time it as you're learning. So yeah, I mean it's just really good to have like some energy shield and then to stack armor and block on top. Right, and if you don't want to see the rest of this stuff, like you can skip this
Father,
part. I'm just gonna grab a
you're
helmet I did
alive.
have from
Where have you been,
my
lad?
other
I've
character.
been worried sick.
No, that did no. I'm
I
gonna
looked
buy
for
a
you
helmet.
everywhere
I did
after
get the
those
gold from other
soldiers
characters,
came
but
for
it's
you,
pretty
but
easy to get
when I
gold, and you're
found
actually gonna
either her
find that
PoE,
I
I had to
find
believe, well,
a helmet with rarity in it.
it's a
It's
good
pretty easy
thing
to
you
get one.
managed to
I mean, I
escape the
literally
King's
saw
justice.
five
Pity to
different
see that.
items. Four of them
It
were in
seems
the
the
last
first ones
playthrough.
have
I think I
graciously
got two
flanked you.
more this playthrough.
I
One
could
was in the
sorely
shop. So
use your
like,
strength in these tough
people are
times.
doing something like disenchanting rare items to get regals,
There's a beast
and
of
then you use
particular
regals to
dark
like
power
get your
stalking us out in the
to get
ferry.
higher stats.
It
But this is
moves
actually
unseen
incorrect
onto the dirt
because
and
the
attacks without
item shop
warning.
offers the
We
ability
can't
to
leave the
get like a
walls
lot
to
of like
find food,
potentially
and I've been
powerful
unable to corner
items
and slay
for
the
just
beast
gold,
myself.
right? Like or like one of my powerful rings I got in my
Now you could
mercenary
channel
playthrough,
your violence
mat
against this
22% fire
devourer,
resist,
as Finn calls
extra
it.
damage.
We'd be
I
indebted
think
to
I
you.
think I augmented it and I got like fucking like 7% lightning damage or some shit, like something like wild,
Well, this
right? Like
place was never meant to
on
house
top
this
of like
many
high
people,
resist, and I
especially
was
not the
like,
sick and injured.
that was
There was
for me
nowhere else
buying
to
that
go.
ring that even
The
like allowed that
monsters creeping
opportunity,
out of the forest keep us locked within these wooden walls, and the
right? Because I
Count's
was just
tyranny
selling. If you
has made
sell like
outlaws
a
of
rare
everyone
item, it gives
here,
you like
so
164
nobody's
gold
coming
if
to
it's like
save us.
sold
I didn't
unidentified,
have the heart to
uh,
tell the others I couldn't see
identified.
a way to survive,
So
and
it's always better
I
early
found my
on, at
friend
least, to
to
sell instead of
disapprove.
disenchanting, because like what really the
Here's what I
difference
got.
really is in the ability to get like damage mods, even like a couple points of damage like makes a big deal, especially when you stack it with your physical damage percentage increase. And so you really don't care if you get a golden item or not. You're really just looking to guarantee that like damage mod. That damage mod, that attack speed mod for boots is going to be movement speed mod, rarity, same like you're going to sacrifice you should sacrifice armor because you really are survivable early on, even with like low HP heroes, characters and like low armor. Like with the mercenary, I literally didn't have a helmet. I had 9 energy shield like crown and I had like a like small like 9 evasion fucking gloves. And the reason I had that was because I I wanted to it had rarity on both of them. So I was like I wanted to accelerate. I didn't need the HP. Like it was like there's only like one attack in a few bosses that can one-shot me. So there was no reason for me to like worry about like defense or armor or evasion. I was like I might as well sacrifice a small amount I get from those two things and if I need to get it from the passive skill tree and just like focus on damage and focus on scaling. And you scale by getting resources, and you get resources by disenchantments of magic items for initially, and then like selling a regal of rare items so you can get gold, so you can like gamble, or you can get like how you can buy like really powerful items that they come up in the shop. So I'm just looking through, just like, all right, what do I want? Is there anything there? I will buy one item. I have the gold. I could easily get the gold if I wanted to anyway, just clearing the next area. So, and the shop, unfortunately, you can't reserve anything. It rotates out pretty quick. So it's always good to have a pile of gold just to buy something that might come up that's really good. Yep. Fortunately, none of them have like pretty much nothing there was interesting except for the rarity of the helmet. I was like, oh, armor and rarity? Bonus.
That's a good one.
I was thinking about buying the shield, but I was like, ah, no, I don't need it. And I'm glad I didn't because I had the thorn on the other shield that I found, and the thorn was actually really handy because you can block 100%, right? And then with the raised shield, and then you still do thorn damage. So yeah, you can still just finish off an opponent enemy, but like them hitting you, and you potentially just blocking it straight up, or you blocking with the shield, and it still does the thorn damage to finish them off. So those fast imps in the other area, I was like, this is like really valuable against them.
I'll find some use for that.
And so I saw my old stuff, like, alright, just get build gold at this point. Disenchant the anything that's... So when you disenchant something, you don't have to identify it to get the transmission shard, so it's not worth using a scroll identification for it.
The Count must die for what he has done to us.
By decree of the Count of Ogham, able-bodied men capable of excavation must present themselves at the manor at once. Failure to do so will constitute a crime.
You see, I'm just looking here, like, okay, where the fuck is this thing? It has to be in the other area, then that fucking soldier dead cam must be it. I didn't understand how the system worked in terms of like...
Welcome to the Camp of the Lost. I am Una.
You can watch this
I know you
first.
and I never met in the village, but Renly has been sick with worry about you since he got here. This is the first good news he's had, and for that, I am thankful to see you. Something happened out there. Please, I beg of you, travel to the forest and begin your search. There must be some clue as to what took place. I fear that our land's sickness will only deepen unless something is done. Welcome to the camp. I know you and I never met in the village. Welcome to the... I know you and I never met in the village. He doubts himself, but I know he will find a way to protect us. He is a good man, and I am thankful for his presence. In many ways, he reminds me of my father. Renly brings the strength, Finn brings the wit, and I'm doing my best to keep spirits raised with my songs. Hope is the only thing we have now, but it's in short supply.
We will survive this. I swear it.
Well, there's not much to say. Just look through things again. Just reading, learning. This is basically how it's always gonna be when like at the end of the video I'm gonna like show you the shop and like show you all the stuff I'm doing in town and then record some things over it, and then if you want to watch it you can watch it, if you don't you can skip it and you can just hear my thought process on various things. And then if there's a person talking in general, I'm gonna let them talk, right? This is my first video like where I'm like using a recording software and serious, so like, you know, bear with me on mistakes and shit. figuring it out. I might make 3D model some shit and animate it to like make my own intro. I'm not sure. We're coming to the close. I can't actually see the how much damage everything is doing, but you can see it. You should be able to see it. Just trying to learn what the hell these things are. I think I might be able to zoom in, but like this is all like post-recorded, like my voice. But like I think I might be able to zoom in, but I'm worried about fucking the video, so I don't know. Because the quality is bad when it zooms out on this software.
While Bone Shatter is equipped, monsters display these indicators when their stun meter is almost full. Use Bone Shatter to stun them instantly and deal a high damage explosion around the target.
You can see how fucking strong, because it guarantees a heavy
Earthquake
stun too,
creates
so as soon as
jagged
you use
ground
it, it
that
comes out
slows
super
enemies.
quick, and it
After a few
guarantees
seconds,
heavy
the
stun.
ground
So
explodes
like that
with an
bone shatter,
aftershock,
like
dealing
as
a
soon as you
large
get a
amount of
person in
damage.
range, it like destroys them. Like it just fucking destroys them. You know, at minimum that person's getting heavy stun and a lot of fucking damage done to them.
Earthquake creates jagged ground that slows enemies.
And you're gonna see later, like I have this like aftershock fucking support gem. That's like, if you use it, your aftershock does double damage. So it's gonna like do 450, like basically like it's like doing 456 damage of my basic attack in an AOE and to a single target. It's like wild and heavy stun guaranteed. It's like insane.
Oi, it's you! You're Renly's foundling, Renly's son, aren't you? Good to finally meet you. I am Finn, and I shall be your humble provider of useful and diverse objects. That are most definitely not scrounged or stolen. If I don't got it, I can get it. You just let me know. Your old man's all right by me. Never said an unkind word. Treasure what you've got. You hear me? This is a wooden tomb, if you care to see it objectively. We're not quite dead yet, but food supply is dwindling, and I've seen what hunger can make a man do. The monsters out there are not the ones that will get us in the end. See you.
So we are
He lives
closing
up
into
to
the
his
end,
reputation.
and Salted
How's the
Renly.
theory? This part of Farrell has been a fair home for many an Esomite generation. The clans didn't always get along, but we had to settle our feuds when the Eternals laid their savage boot upon us. We weren't able to take part in the Bloody Flowers Rebellion, but we had our share of conflict with them here. Their ruins run over the top of ours, fighting a silent war in stone. It's a shame what happened to old Brannock. He was a kind man in life, but I can't say I'll miss the creature he became. Oh, he tried to batter his way in for 5 full days. Once he rose again, well, we thought we were done for. But then you came along, and I'm glad you did.
Hello. I've collected these over time.
And yeah, it's really cool how
What do you
depending on the
think?
character you played, like the NPCs will give you different dialogue options and like different dialogue, and it's like cool. Like you learn more about the character by playing different characters. It's
Bye.
actually like really interesting. Cause I'm his son, Renly's son. But alright, see you guys next video.